How do you go from low testosterone to high testosterone? Because that is what a lot of young guys want to do, but they don't know how. And I've put it into a 3-step system that I've invented myself. We're going to go into habits, lifestyle, and mindset. And if you pair this with the video I made the other day, after you've watched this on how to actually build out your lifestyle as a high testosterone man, you guys are going to be unbelievably fucking strong and you're going to live such a fulfilled and mission-driven life. But let's get through this video first, then you can go and watch the other one if you haven't already. Habits. What are the habits of a high testosterone individual? Scientifically, they've been proven to increase men's testosterone. The first one is a consistent sleep schedule. You produce your hormones and your testosterone overnight. If you are not getting good sleep and getting enough sleep, you are not going to be able to have high testosterone. It's just not going to be possible. And number 2, you need to have a whole food primarily or just whole food diet. This is single ingredient, natural foods, apples, steaks, eggs, things that aren't made in a lab, they're not artificial. Obviously, if you do eat them foods once in a while, it's not going to completely tank your testosterone, but your diet should be whole foods basically all the time. Number 3 is lift heavy weights. You want to be in the gym 3 to 5 times a week, lifting heavy weights, pushing yourself close or to failure, focusing on your deadlifts and your squats and your bench press, triggering that hormonal response. You can do things like farmers carries and sled pushes as well. I've got many videos on how you can train like this. If you haven't watched this channel before, it is like Netflix but for testosterone on this YouTube channel. So there is so much information on how you can do this, how you can do this, how you can do this, individual breakdowns on how to get the best out of each individual component. Number 4 is you do not watch pornography because it is poison to the mind. It is poison to you as a man. What high testosterone man watches pornography? It doesn't exist. And people will defend this in the comments. They'll be, oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's not. Get rid of it. Stop doing it. Stop wanking. It's not needed. And number 5 is you get sun, and you get it both in the morning for 5 to 10 minutes and you get midday sun from anywhere to 30 to 60 minutes. The sun is one of the biggest health tools that you can use. You need it for vitamin D, and vitamin D is needed for the production of testosterone. If you have vitamin D deficiencies, you're going to experience a lot of problems when it comes to your testosterone. And you want to get sun in your eyes in the morning to set your circadian rhythm and set your energy for the day so your body's actually aligned. If it's not aligned, you're going to have problems with your hormones and everything is just going to be a fucking mess. But in terms of habits, this is foundationally what you need to do is you need to get good and long enough high quality sleep. You need to eat whole foods the majority of the time, eating high fat, high protein foods, steak and eggs, put simply, with some fruits and potatoes. Lift heavy weights 3 to 5 times a week. Stop wanking and watching porn. And get sun every single day. Now the lifestyle, what do we need to do? We need to minimize or cut out booze and alcohol because it is the nightmare for absolutely fucking everything. It fucks up your sleep, it fucks up your recovery. You're less likely to train, you're gonna have less energy. It is estrogenic, beer is estrogenic. It directly and indirectly lowers testosterone. After a night of heavy drinking, your testosterone is gonna experience something like a 15 to 20% drop. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how accurate that number is because that's just off the top of my head. But if you are going to drink once every 1 to 2 months is all I would recommend, to be honest. You don't want to be fucking drinking every single weekend and expecting to have a high testosterone lifestyle and be high testosterone. Number 2 is no weed. People fucking love to defend this one just like this. It makes me creative. It literally inhibits the production of testosterone. It temporarily stops you from producing testosterone. I believe there is no way that anyone who smokes weed can have the same output as someone who is incredibly clean and dialed in. And people think they can. I couldn't do half of what I do in a day if I was smoking weed, even if it was at night. So cut it out. Fucking slate me in the comments if you want to. I don't give a fuck. No weed, no booze. Number 3, never stress. People miss this one out is they don't understand cortisol, which is the stress hormone. When that is up through stress, testosterone is down. And if you are constantly stressed, you are going to have chronically low testosterone. So what you need to do is meditate. You can use ashwagandha as a short-term solution, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can go on walks, take breaks from social media, and sleep well. Sleep is going to be one of the best things for your cortisol, because if you get shit sleep, your cortisol is just going to be fucked, guaranteed. People think resting, like they can be in bed, but they'll be on their phone. fucking scrolling spikes your cortisol. You need to take breaks and really relax and not have your phone, because if you are stressed, you are not going to be able to have high testosterone. Number 4 is you need some routine and structure in your life, because it's very hard to build all of this into your life if you don't have a framework and a system put together. For me personally, I have my day written out, and usually I'm doing the same thing every single day. Unless something comes up, I stick to the same system, the same structure, the same routine every single day. And this is something that I just literally give to you inside of the High Testosterone Blueprint, which is my program you'll find in the description. It's absolutely everything I know about testosterone put into one. It's a great fucking program, if I do say so myself. But you need routine, you need a system, you need structure. And if you can, luckily I can because I live on the coast, is you need to swim in the sea. Such an underrated biohacking tool is swimming in the sea. Get magnesium, much healthier than even washing in the shower. You're getting loads of fucking chlorine and chemicals on your body, but you can use a shower filter for that. But go in the sea, very good for you, very natural, very healthy. And if you've managed to stack all of these things so far, this plays 80 to 90% in terms of your testosterone. Obviously, there's loads of individual hacks you can do within each segment, but obviously I'd be here for like 2 hours if I broke down every single thing inside of every single foundation and aspect. But that's what I do in my program anyway. It's all broken down in there. Now is mindset, because this is such a misunderstood one. It's one that's not really spoken about. You'll see so many testosterone guys on YouTube and whatever. They'll talk about like little things you can do, but no one really talks about the mindset and the mission side of it. And I go into a lot of detail and stuff like this because I think it's very important, because testosterone needs a purpose. You need to give your body a reason to give you testosterone. I think this is what's working for me so well at the moment, is because I am constantly pursuing something every single day. Paired with all of this is my body is just giving me so much to work with that all really is because of the purpose, and this just amplifies it. And you look at people like Alexander the Great, fucking even people like Elon Musk, they might not look it, but Elon Musk is going to be a high testosterone individual because of his output, because of his pursuit, and his mission in life is so massive. And without it, like with low testosterone, he wouldn't be able to maintain that output. So purpose is so incredibly underrated, and you need to discover yours. And the video that I mentioned at the start teaches you exactly how you can find your purpose, and it's a good fucking video that I have never seen before on YouTube, so go and check that out. And you need to stop having a victim mentality. Why the fuck as a man would you think that anything is not your fault? Absolutely everything is your fault. Even if it's, you know, even if someone's fucking came up and robbed you, it is your fault that you got robbed, because this is how you've got to think. You've got to be fully accountable in absolutely everything you do, because if you're not, you're relinquishing control to someone else, which is very dangerous, because then you lose control of your own life. But if you stop thinking this way, I've fully removed this. Even when people do the most ridiculous, stupid things to me or in my life, I just think, well, it's my fault that I even allowed myself to get close to that person or have that person in my life. You've got to start thinking that way, because then you've got full control over your life, which is very important. And you need to learn to delay gratification. This is very important, because if you want high testosterone, you literally have to do this, because you can't do all of this and have like, you can't triple your testosterone in a week. It's going to take like 2 to 3 months of you being consistent with this. So you need to delay gratification, and this is just everything in life, your purpose. You've got to do the hard thing now and experience the easy thing later, and that's just how it works, unfortunately. And my final point is you need to be mission driven. This should come first, because in my opinion, when you get to this point, you are always going to have a void in you if you are not mission driven, if you're not constantly pursuing something, if you're not constantly getting better. I will always say that I put this first, and then people say, you know, what about family, what about stuff like that? But this has to be here. Otherwise, you just feel empty. You can't be fully attentive to the people you love, to the other things that you love, if this is not taken care of. Apart from that, if you stack these habits with this lifestyle and this mindset, and then pair it with the lifestyle framework that I teach in the other video I mentioned at the start, you are going to be strong, fulfilled, fucking sexy, confident. You're going to be the lot, and you're going to have a very, very, very good life. As I'm living currently, I am never sad. I never stress. I feel fucking brilliant. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some value from it. Like I say, you can check out the High Testosterone Blueprint in the description. If you want everything in depth with every single subcomponent, you can go and check that out. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.